Minasan, konnichiwa. This is Dr. Ripi, Samurai Engineer at your service. So let's take a look at the uh, service application process of the Meralco. So how they are being processed, our application for electric service. Okay? So before they could uh, go to our place and install the cables and give us the power supply. So this have to be followed. Uh, let's go. So first, uh, what 6 major steps before they would energize. For each step, the customer and Meralco have responsibilities to fulfill. So let's how can we do it? So let us adjust so that it could be seen. Is it okay now? Okay. So need more adjustment. So let us, for example, put here. Okay. So could we able to, okay, this is better. So we need to adjust further. So please bear with us. This is the first time we use this system. So now it is okay. So thank you for staying with us. So we have a projected covered application. For each step, customers and Meralco have responsibilities to fulfill. What are those? So number one, we have to file an application and therefore they will what? Give us the receipt of our application. They will receive application. They will give us something in return in lieu of our application. And uh, there are 6 steps. We will tackle it one by one. So for our first step, which is the submission of application, customer should file the initial requirements. Okay, initial requirements. What are the initial documents to be submitted? Okay, and what is Meralco's uh, documents to be provided in return? So let us look for the initial requirements. So as a customer, we have to submit this. Service application can already proceed even with initial submission of the following 3 important requirements. So number one, SEC registration or the latest general information sheet. So general information sheet is also with regards to SEC documents. So that is general information sheet that is being submitted by the company to the ECC. So this is for what? A company client. This is not for residential. So residential do not have this. Okay? This is for companies. Okay? Number two, electrical plan. Because Meralco would prioritize, I think, they would prioritize industrial client with ECC, commercial client with ECC, rather than residential and individual applicants. Okay, so they will provide power supply for those, but they are, I think, not a priority. So that's why subdivision, for example, have to apply in groups. You have to apply in groups so that uh, because it is also Meralco also deals with verification of documents like this. It's very hard to verify documents if you are just a small user. You do not have SEC. You do not have general information sheet. They are there at the filing cabinet of every company, every legal company registered in SEC. So electrical plan and load schedule, we do not have usually this document if you are residential owner. Okay, so in companies, industrial, commercial, institutional, they have electrical plan and load schedule. Okay, so you still need to get uh, service of registered master electrician or electrical engineer to have load schedule, electrical plan. But they have to be they are to be signed and sealed by a professional electrical engineer. Even if the electrical plan is so small. For example, you need only three bulbs. You need three bulbs and three what outlets. Okay, so that has to be signed and sealed by a professional electrical engineer or PE. I think some utilities would accept the sketch plan, I will may say, because that is not an electrical plan. That is not an electrical plan if it's not signed and sealed by professional electrical engineer. So those sort of electrical plan that is signed by me, for example, is not electrical plan because I am not professional electrical engineer. I am just an electrical engineer, registered electrical engineer. So I cannot sign and seal. I can sign document but I cannot sign electrical plan. Okay? So that is different. So those documents could be called sketch or or layout. So, electrical layout. So other name rather than electrical plan because it is against the law. It is a criminal, no? Criminal offense to sign and seal an electrical plan if you are not a professional electrical engineer. So registered electrical engineer cannot do it, much less a registered master electrician cannot do it. That is the current law. Okay, number three, letter of request for electric connection and authorization letter if you are not the owner. Okay, if you are not the owner. So authorization letter if you are um, not the proper authority. Okay, so you have an authorization letter with you. Okay, so proper authority, they will know who are there because they are reflected on the SEC registration or the latest general information sheet. Because if the company had an obligation to pay for several months and they are not paying, so those people are being contacted by Meralco to inform them of this breach of agreement, for example. They agreed on each other to supply power and for you to pay. Okay, so a breach of agreement. So okay, so those are the three. So if you are a residential, so you do not need this registration. You need what? A tax declaration that you are the owner of that lot and house and lot. So so if you are the owner of that house and lot, so provide an evidence tax, real estate tax that say that you are the owner of lot and you are paying the tax and you are the owner of the building. So that covers it, and of course, showing your what your copy or certification that uh, you are the owner of the building. Then you, you will write the Meralco to request electric connection. It is harder for a residential owner to do that. Okay. So, and it is harder for Meralco to verify that if you are just a residential owner, and also it is harder. Uh, it's not beneficial, most beneficial for them. So that's why you are not a priority if you are a residential owner. So just accept the fact that that is the case. So businesses are one of the priority because they can be verified easily. They have a legal personality. Okay, so maybe you will submit NBI clearance. So I don't know if you are a residential owner. I don't know what additional requirement you have to do. Okay, so if Meralco receives and reviews application, so we'll go to the uh, next stage. Okay, so that is the application stage. So therefore, on the next stage, pre-survey and processing. Pre-survey. So therefore, Meralco surveys and advises customer on service entrance requirement. Okay. So we have a video of the service entrance requirements. If you are a customer with own electric pole, so that is, we'll have a video of other things in our channel. So please take a look on other related videos pertaining to these things. So service entrance requirements, they will tell you, and then they will tell you in via document. There are documents that will hand over you, and there are listings. So the requirements are listed there, and uh, the important things are listed there. So you have to follow. So you may need uh, you may need to consult an electrical engineer or master electrician in this stage, no? Because you are now going to what? Install, for example, service entrance. Okay? Estimate the project cost and determines viability. Okay? So, if supplying you is viable for them, because if your residence or if your company is out there alone, alone in the field, alone in the forest, how Meralco would give you power? That is not viable. That is not uh, beneficial to them. For a single customer to be provided with power at the center of the forest, the middle of the forest, it's not possible. Even if it's not Meralco, other utilities, I think, will not do that. So if you are at the center of the forest, but you are a community there, for example, there are 50,000 residential units there. It is still possible that Meralco or the local utility will put the proper facility to provide you the power over there. But they will have, usually, if you are in the city or suburban uh, communities, it is always viable. Okay? So therefore, let's go to the next. Service standards for service availability. service voltages that you need. Okay, 230 volts, 400 volts, 460 volts. And those are the requirement of the clients. Okay, so primary nominal voltages that are being used by Meralco, 13.2 kV, 13.8 kV. So primary meaning this is primary of the transformer supply lines, 34.5 kV, 69 kV, and the highest is 115 kV. So those are available from their supply lines. Okay. So usually, probably if you are just residential, 230, and most of the businesses 230. But there are businesses that will need 400 or 460 and some special machines and equipment. But in industrial, it is usually the case in industrial, either 400 or 460. Okay? Allowable frequency variation, nominal fundamental frequency in the Philippines, the whole Philippines, 60. Meralco shall design and operate its system to assist the system operator in maintaining the fundamental frequency within the limits of 59.7 and 60.3. So there are what? Plus minus 0.3 hertz range, no? Plus minus tolerance. Okay? Take note of this because you may be computing inductive load. So this is very important for inductive load and capacitive load. 59.7 and 60.3 are the extremes. Okay. So, master electrician, I think I do not know if they are computing inductive loads, but I am teaching those electrician reviewing for the examination for master electrician. Simple computation of inductive loads. I do not think if they have uh, concrete knowledge of those things. Okay. Service voltages still the same. Nominal voltage to 30 volts, single phase, 2 wire, to 30 volts, single phase, 3 wire, to 30 volt, 3 phase, 4 wires, 400 slash 230 volt, 3 phase, 4 wire with grounded Y. Okay. And 460, 265 volts, 3 phase, 4 wires, grounded Y. Okay? So those are details. Limitation. Maximum capacity of Meralco supplied transformer for non-residential. Okay, again, non-residential. This is businesses, commercial, institutional, and industrial. Okay. Secondary service application, 230 volts is to 1000 kVA or 1 megavolt ampere. 400 volts, 1 MVA. 460 volts, 2 MVA. So, these are maximum limitation. Okay? Meralco supplied transformer. Otherwise, you have to install your own transformer and apply for Meralco for power supply. Okay? For primary power supply. Okay? So, these are the applicable maximum of Meralco. Okay, so 1 MVA to 30 volts. Okay, so it's a big power. So annex. Service standards for service availability. Nominal voltages, we know that. We already shown it, talk about it previously. Requirements. Service shall be metered at the secondary voltage side. Okay? Metering. Concern. Number 2, service entrance shall be located along the property line not more than 30 meters. So this again, a standard requirement of Meralco, 30 meters horizontal distance from the nearest Meralco's secondary existing facility. Secondary line, available outgoing wire. Okay? 30 meters horizontal distance. Measurement is horizontal distance. Okay? So 30 meters. Okay? Your property line. Okay. Otherwise, the application shall be covered by a project study for the extension of facilities. Related guidelines in accordance with ERC rules apply. So, it will become a special case-to-case basis. So, they will study it if they are beneficial for them or not. Okay, so that's why it's very important to apply in group so that their study would be uh, more inclined for approval rather than rejection. Okay, okay, next. Uh, Nominal voltage if you need primary. Okay, primary again 13.2. That is three phase, four wire, grounded wire. Again, 13.8 slash 7.97, three phase, four wire, grounded wire. Okay, so 13.2, 13.8, 34.5 slash 19.92, three phase, four wire, grounded wire. So usually four wire, grounded wire. Okay. And then 69. So there are how many types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 types for primary nominal voltages and 3 types for secondary nominal voltages. So available for supply, no? Supplying your facility. So it is possible you will be supplied by 69 kV, 4 wires, grounded Y, and 115 kV, 3 phase 4 wire, grounded Y. Okay? So requirements. Again, service shall be metered at primary now because you are asking for the primary nominal voltage. So the metering is primary side. Applicant shall provide space. So these are the situation where the client or the customer will have its own transformer or substation. Okay? They will just ask for primary nominal voltages. They are the responsible person for the secondary side. Okay? The applicant shall provide spaces determined by Meralco for the installation of necessary metering facilities. Applicant shall provide, install, and maintain all electrical facilities after the metering point. So they will just give you the wire and you will connect it. Okay? Uh, Maintain after the metering point, transformers, distribution facilities, main primary service protection, and others. So that's why I'm talking of a client here that have its own substation, have its own transformer. Okay, so next, let's just go to the next one. Standard connection facilities, distribution business segment. So distribution services, either one of these things. Okay, so general, GenCos and NGCP. Sometimes NGCP, actually GCP, you know. So then on the lower side, regulated retail services. Okay, so 115 kb or 69 kb on the NGCP territory. 34.5 kb or 13.8 kb. We also have 13.2 kb no, on the NGCP. Distribution connection services, so usually NGCP. Okay. And the retail. So you have the meters, so metering installation there. So industrial, commercial, institutional. So those are the usual customers in this regard. That's why it's very hard to talk about residential. So a residential application, different matter. Okay? It's a different matter, entirely different thing. Okay? So standard connection facilities, assets used to provide distribution connection services. Those are terms, no? Another one, minimum facilities necessary to establish a connection for a typical customer within a customer segment. Okay, customer segment, that's covering businesses, commercial, industrial, institutional. Those are the segments. What are the minimum facilities necessary? Service trap, okay, for residential customer. Service trap and distribution transformer for non-residential customer. Usually, they require transformer because the load quantity, the kilowatts requirement is larger. So actually, we have in our school, we have distribution transformer in the school because this is institution. This is the institution big enough uh, and it's not residential, so it needs transformer, distribution transformer. Okay. So next, let us proceed. Major customer segments. What are those? Those customers uh, with up to 460 volts, low voltage segment. Okay, low voltage segment connection. Okay, so imagine 460 volts. Okay, low voltage segment. Okay, it is the lowest of the three major customer segments. We are looking at the connection, standard connection facilities. Distribution voltage service, 3.6 kV. Oh, okay, 3.6 kV to 34.5 kV. So actually 30, okay, 34.5. Then sub-transmission voltage service, 69 kV to 115 kV. So they will evaluate you are here. So we are always here because we are less than 460 volts or somewhere on the other two segments. Those are important segments because outside of these ranges, there are difficulties. There are difficulties for supplying those level of voltages. There are difficulties. So within these ranges, it is always possible to have those. So if you are industrial company or commercial company that requires a specific type of voltage level, very hard, very hard. But if you are within these ranges, you have standard equipments, you can have standard operation, standard requirements. So it's easier, almost automatic uh, evaluation process. Okay, so connection facilities continued for low voltage service. So those less than 460 volts. Imagine this is secondary. Secondary is 230, 400, and 460. Okay, customer segment, overhead, underground, installation, residential, and non-residential customers. So overhead for non-residential. Okay, we have that example here. No? So from the pole transformer to the commercial or industrial building. Okay? That secondary. Okay? So maybe 230 or 460 volts or 400. Okay? Customers type, residential, general service A and B, medium and very large general power, metered street lighting. Okay, so those are the types for letter A. Letter B, overhead, underground installation, residential, non-commercial customers, multi-metering installation. So multi-metering, service drop, cable owned by customer. So standard connection facility. So, so these are the standard service drop and cable only. But for letter B, service drop cable owned by customers. Okay, because this is multi-metering. So what are the type? Residential, general service A and B, medium, very large, general power. So standard connection facility for non-residential like this. So letter A. No? So, depends on who owns it. No? So there are what? There are conditions. Okay? So again, next, what? Low voltage service, three-phase overhead installation. And for the picture on the right, that is underground installation. Again, the same low voltage three-phase. Low voltage meaning 460 below. That is low voltage. If we are talking of electrical. So, never, if you are electronics engineer, 230 volts is high voltage. If you are electronics engineer, okay? So never be confused with the terminology. We are in the electrical discipline. So 230 volts, 460 volts, 400 volts called low voltage service. Okay. So what is medium? So that is about 34 kilovolts. No? So low voltage still. So this is how we connect it. So standard connection facility is this one. Okay. Okay, this one standard connection facility is going inside your uh, building on your service trap. Okay, service trap. Okay, underground. What is their standard? So this one. Okay, so from their why this is uh, I misread. I thought it is PLDT. This is not PLDT. This is PDT. Okay, pad mounted. No, pad mounted transformer. Pad mounted transformer. This is pole mounted transformer. So this is customers MCB. So from the uh, Meralco pad mounting transformer is going inside, no? So that is a service cable. So that is not a service drop, but service cable. Okay, so similar function, but the installation is different because this is underground, this is overhead. Okay, that is what we mean by the difference between overhead standard connection facilities. Okay, alright. So let's go to the next for distribution voltage service or sometimes it is called medium voltage. No? Distribution voltage service 3.6 kV to 34.5 kV. Okay, again for residential we have here in the picture. No? For non-residential standard connection facility there. No? Primary service conductor. Okay, primary service going to your pole. Okay, okay, with Meralco pole going there, and now after that metering, the customer will have to provide all the requirements. So this is Meralco's property up to the metering. Okay, up to the metering. Okay. So for the non-residential, like this, protective devices, primary cables. So protective devices like this, like that, will be Meralco side. Meralco will provide this one. Okay? Protective devices. But for residential, uh, customer-owned transformer, also only the primary service conductor. Okay, going into your transformer. But for non-residential, meaning it is likely a big power consumer, so with protective device. A big power would affect the Meralco if this big requirement or big load will suddenly go on and off the grid, no? On and off the supply lines. Okay, so there must be a protective transient or fault. There are fault inside the because of big power requirements. So that is affecting the Meralco side. So that's why they are providing. Actually, their provision for these things are for their benefits. That is not for benefits of the customer. They will be benefited if they will put protective device there. That is for their own benefit. That is not for customers' benefit. Okay? Okay? I don't know why they are telling this. That is for their benefit, actually. Okay? So, in picture, we'll have this for overhead system. So, from primary side, 3.6 to 34.5 kV, they will provide these things. All on the red color area, red colored area, they will provide. Okay? Protective devices, primary metering. Okay? So after the metering, that's all for the cost of the customer. Okay? So non-residential. So non-residential, they will provide protective devices. So this is non-residential. Again, underground. So from their pad-mounted transformer, primary service cable, then metering and protective devices. They will provide protective devices. Okay, so this is the Meralco electric pole that is shorter in height. There, on the previous page, you will notice this. This is the main line of Meralco. They will provide another pole, electric pole, for this. They will provide. Okay, so that's why it is it is now the shorter electric pole near to the customer's requirement. But the requirement is what? Although this is near, the requirement is it is about 30 meters. No? About 30 meters. Okay. So next, let's have for third major clients, subtransmission voltage service, 69 kV to 115 kV. Non-residential customer connected at sub-transmission. So, customers have the ability to connect to sub-transmission. Sub-transmission voltage of Morocco. That is 69 kV, 115 kV. That is too much, no? That is so high, no? There are clients, non-residential, that requires that. For example, factory, no? Factory, malls, like that, no? They may need that, okay? Why they need so much this type of high voltage? Because it only carries small amount of current. Small current, high voltage, but the current is small. That's why they need this. So small current, they what? They require small wires because that is small current. Okay, so that's the difference. That's why they need, high voltage. Okay, so for lower voltage, the if this is the lower voltage, so the for example, they need 2 megawatts. 2 megawatts, no? Okay, 2 megawatts. Oh. If the voltage is 230 volts, imagine the size of the wire. Imagine the size of the wire. That is too big. No, that's why it will go down to several panels before it will be down to lower voltages. No, so standard connection facilities, protective devices, disconnecting facilities. So, protective devices, also disconnecting facilities, one span, high voltage line, and hardware, A-frame structure and foundation. So, they will provide and customer type extra large general power. Extra large ano, general power for big, for example, mall, no? Big malls, okay? Uh, how is this connected? So from there, this not this is not underground because this is tower. This is tower. This is a tower. So one span of overhead shield wire. So one span of overhead shield wire that is for protection, and then they have one span of primary conductors and accessories, suspension and post insulators. So yeah, suspension. They will provide this suspension and post insulators. Okay, so these rings, no, ceramic rings, no, ceramic plates, insulators and hardwares. So here insulators and hardwares. So because this is very high voltage, so these insulators is necessary. Hard hat area. These are hard hat areas. No? Station type surge arresters. There are there are even providing surge arresters and disconnecting facilities there. Imagine surge arresters and insulator plates there and what? A-frame structure and foundation. Tower like it's not pole. It's not a pole. A-frame structure. That is A. This is A-frame structure because it is looking like letter A. Okay? That's why it is called A-frame structure and the foundation involved here. Okay? Foundation involved. So they will construct that. PT, CT, so power transformer, current transformer. Okay? Meralco side. Okay, Meralco side. Then, only after the metering, so we have the customer side. Okay, and that is direct connect customer. No, direct connect customer. Okay, next, what about your clients? What about us? We are what? Signifying intention to proceed with the project through what? Memorandum of agreement, if applicable. Depends. If you are a small client, no need for MOA. Big clients, you need MOA. Sign off on project Gantt chart by both parties. So, if you are residential, no need for MOA. Okay? Sign off on project Gantt chart by both parties if you are constructing, for example, A-frame structure. Okay? Okay, you have to what? Agree on their Gantt chart. Okay? So, what's the next step after pre-survey and processing? There's a pre-survey and processing. So, what's next? Uh, Estimated lead time per activity. So, there are listing here of the activities and lead time in terms of days. Okay, so there are submission of application, initial pre-requirements, 2 days, receipt of application, advisable pertinent requirements, 2 days, submission of initial bolt drawing, 7 days. Okay, so, so uh, if you will sum up the total number of days, so would require something, would require, for example, 30 days here. What is it? Submission of CFEI, okay, uh, electrical inspection, okay, so compliance, electrical inspection, submission of that, submission of all required documents, 15 days, so 2 months, no? And service technical assessment, preparation and routing to PMS and design office, that is Meralco. Okay. So all the orange portion are Meralco side. And all of the blue-green are customer side. So you are given 30 days for here. So Meralco, 2 days. Meralco initial survey, 5 days. Okay. Approval of transformer bolt drawing, 7 days. You have to submit revised transformer, primary metering bolt drawing, 7 days. Design completion, 20 days. That is Meralco. This is Meralco side. Securing right-of-way permits except DPWH, which is 45 days. MMDA, 45 days. 30 days. Okay? So, contact preparation, 3 days. Delivery of LA and LFC, explaining contact content to customer, 2 days. Then the customer, sign contract, letter agreement, 3 days. Lead time. Okay? So, final inspection, completion of checklist, so 5 days, Meralco side. So, customer, submission, right of way and payment of deposit charges, 7 days. Then, acceptance of payment for bill, deposit, 5 days. Work order release, authorized, field order release to meter, 1 day. Work order release by design office to network or to sector, 1 day. Work order execution, so 30 days. 1 month pa rin, no? So, it is 1 month. After, and then, connection, then, interconnect, work order completed, testing, 1 day, energize, 1 day. So, how many? 30, 30, 30, there are 430. So 4 months with this 120 in this 7. So 5 months, and then so more than 6 months. So 6 months, about 6 months. Okay, about 6 months, more than 6 months. Well, that is the lead time here. No? So next. So what is this? So we have the estimated lead time per activity. Estimated time, uh, 6 months is about what? About 150, 170 days. So estimated time to energize 113 days. Because there are waiting times for customer that already Meralco is doing their own. For customer, you can do simultaneously. This one and this one, you can do it simultaneously. This one and this one, you can do it at the same time. So that's why it is about 113 days or 4 months. 4 months. About 4 months. Okay? About 4 months, 4 to 6 months to be sure. 4 to 6 months. Okay? So this is needed if you are in the contractor side of the electrical part. So you may be starting your work applying for Meralco at certain point in time that it is your target that the requirement will be complied in your work process in construction. Okay, so that's how you have to do it to minimize the time. Okay, so actual lead time, project covered application. We are now on the design and prepare project cost. You have to start wiring installation and construction of service entrance. Okay, that is for you. That's why uh, to minimize the lead time. Okay, you have to do it simultaneously while you are having some other things. So that's why, uh, for example, waiting for this, submission of this, and submission of this, submission of this. Or you can start doing your what? Doing your wiring, installation, and construction of service entrance. You can do it already. Okay? Okay, so on the Meralco side, on the actual connection point of customer facilities to Meralco's distribution system. Okay, connection point. So, power use, Meralco 34.5 kV line, 327 kV. Okay, so we have the company's connection facilities, Meralco. Okay, ABC, reactive meter, active meter, demand meter, metering facilities. Okay, so another 3 KBSA, company 34.5 kV distribution system. So this is the what? Single diagram shows arrangement and facilities at the connection point of for the connection of customer's primary site. Okay, customer's primary site. So how much is this? For 27, 27 kVs. Okay, okay. So load break switch, power fuse. So that is now customer primary side because it is after the metering. That is the only thing Meralco is concerned about. Metering. After the metering, that is for the customers. Going to load, 333 kV transformer, 333 transformer, 333 kV transformer. So that's all to your loading. Okay? Okay. That's a single line diagram of the system. Okay? Showing customer and Meralco side. Okay? So Meralco facilities, 6 units, 27 kV surge arrestor, fuse cut out or fuse, power fuse, 3 units. So current transformer, 3 units. Uh, Potential transformer, 3 units. Meter and accessories, 1 set. Metering pole, 1 unit. And the customer will provide 27 kV surge arrestor, 3 units. Load brake switch, 1 unit. Fuse, cut out, power fuse, 3 units. Transformer, 333 kV, 34.5 kV, 230 volts, 3 banks. Okay. So, concrete flat form, 3 units. Poles, 9 units. Meter and accessories. Imagine 9 poles. From one pole of the Meralco, you will have 9 poles because of the 3 uh, uh, transformer, no? Meter accessories, 3 units. High voltage wire, isolated 36 kV, 150 mm, 175 m per phase. Okay? Breakers for 2,000 amperes. Imagine that, no? 2, 1,600 amperes and 1, 1,000 amperes. 7 units total. Okay? So, 3-phase lines, 250 mm squared. 7 wires per phase. Okay? So, that's how the requirement for the customer assets. Okay? So, now, Meralco prepares and design actual project cost. Okay, so we are done with the step number 3. So let us go to step number 4, presentation and acceptance of contract. Accepts and signs contract. The customer presents service contract indicating the bill deposit and project cost if applicable. So they will inform you of the billing. They will always be fast with the billing, okay, project and applicable. And that is natural. So, contracts, okay, captive long form contract, ASEE, okay, line extension agreement, either cash advance or CIAC. So, contestable connection agreement, FABD. DWSA, Distribution Wheeling Service Agreement, Line Extension Agreement if applicable, either cash advance or CIAC. Cash advance or CIAC. So, this is actually for big customers of Meralco. Okay. So, what is fifth step? Payment, compliance to uh, requirements. Inspect customers' compliance to all requirements. That is step number 5. And the customer therefore will have to pay up now. So pays the bill, deposit, and project cost if applicable. Then submit CFEI. Okay. So CPI coming from the city engineer or the building official, okay, in charge of electrical system. Okay. So step 6, construct lines and facilities. So Meralco will now start constructing. And then uh, the last step for customer is energize. energization. Okay, so they will energize, and therefore that is the final uh, step and the final discussion of our topic. So please do your part, comment, make a remark, suggestion, and help us bring this knowledge to larger community. This is our advocacy of free engineering knowledge for all. Again, this is Dr. AP, your samurai engineer at your service. Thank you.